Hi, I'm Sandy. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to make broccoli salad. And this is a recipe that a friend of mine shared with me probably about 10 years ago or so. I was living in Chicago at the time, and the newspaper that I worked at, we had a get-together one holiday, and my friend brought this salad in, and I had never heard of it before, but it was so delicious. I needed her to give me the recipe, which she wrote it down right away. I made it that Christmas, and then I've made it now on Thanksgiving. I try to make it a Thanksgiving tradition for this salad. For Thanksgiving, I usually will still make fresh broccoli. You know, you buy the broccoli heads, I'll buy those, and I will cook those, and then I will make the homemade cheese sauce to pour over that. My family likes that a lot. But because we're taking in a lot of calories and we're eating a lot of heavy foods on Thanksgiving, I try to make my broccoli a little bit on the lighter side. That's why I make this salad on Thanksgiving. So I'm going to go over the ingredients with you, and we're going to get started putting the salad together. The ingredients that you're going to need for this salad, you're going to need to get one head of broccoli, or one bunch of broccoli, and it has to be fresh. You cannot use frozen broccoli for this. And you want to clean your broccoli, and you want to break it in, you know, what would be bite-sized pieces. And after we get that done, we're going to need to blanch this. So we're going to set this aside, getting ready to blanch it. In the meantime, you're also going to need a half a pound of bacon, which is roughly about 10 strips of bacon that you prepared. We need 3/4 cups of raisins. We need a small red onion, and how I cut the red onion are in these little half moons. Sometimes it's hard to find a small red onion, and so if you have a medium or a large red onion, you're just going to cut it in half. And then what I do, I take my half and I cut it in half again, and then I thinly slice it that way, and then that will give you the little pieces that you need like that. This is an option if you would like to use either sunflower seeds or even pumpkin seeds. That's an option. But for the dressing, we're going to need 3/4 cup of mayonnaise. We're going to need 1 tablespoon of sugar and 1.5 tablespoons of vinegar, and it must be the distilled vinegar. You shouldn't use apple cider vinegar or any of the wine vinegars. You need to just use regular distilled. So I've got my water boiling over on the stove. I'm going to take the broccoli and put it in. We're going to blanch that. And so what we're doing is taking the broccoli and putting it in water that's boiling. And you don't want to cover the broccoli. You just want to have a little bit of water in the bottom of your pan. No salt or anything, just a little bit. We're going to turn that down just a little bit. Put the broccoli in there. Okay, and then we're going to cover this, and we're going to leave that go like on medium heat for a few minutes till it begins to get tender. You don't want it to get softened and completely cooked. You want to have a little bit of crunch to that. After the broccoli has blanched for a few minutes, we're going to completely drain it. And then we're going to put it in ice cold water because we need to stop the cooking process of the broccoli. Once we do that, then we need to drain the broccoli from here before we start putting the salad together. Okay, and so I've got my broccoli in here cooling down, and it only took a couple minutes to blanch it, and it'll get this nice green color. And so you know that it's not overcooked, it won't be mushy, it'll still have a little bit of a crunch to it, and this will only take a minute or so to cool this down. Then I'm going to drain this, and then I'm going to get some paper towels and pat it dry because we want as much of the moisture off of the broccoli as possible so that we're not getting a runny dressing. Okay, I've got my broccoli completely cooled down and it's been patted dry. The next thing that we need to do is get our dressing put together. So I'm going to Get all of our mayo. Okay, and then we're going to add the sugar. And before we put the vinegar, just go ahead and incorporate the sugar with the mayo. And the sugar needs to dissolve down, so that this way, if we just take a few minutes to get it nice and wettened from the mayo, it will start that process before we put the vinegar in. Okay, that's good. And then put the vinegar. So that's what you want. You just want it nice and smooth, well incorporated. You see that the sugar's not grainy in here. It's all nice and smooth. So the next thing we're going to do is add our broccoli. Then we're going to go ahead and toss in our bacon, onions, a few pieces left in there, and our raisins. The next thing that you're going to want to put in as an option is either some pumpkin seeds or sunflower seeds. I like to put sunflower seeds in my salad just to give like an added extra crunch, but you don't have to do that if you don't want. Then we need to get this all tossed up and coated with the dressing. This salad is so good. I am telling you, it is so delicious. And it's a nice little added feature to your holiday table, or if you're having even like a get-together and you needed to bring something. Because not many people make this. Like I said, until 10 years ago, I never even heard of this salad. And you know, so it breaks up the mundane of having the same thing all the time. There we go. So there is our broccoli salad. Okay, so I dished out just a couple bites, but I'll only be taking one. But this is what your broccoli salad will look like, and I'm going to go ahead and take a bite. And I love this, and I know that when I'm done taking this bite, I'm going to want to have a big bowl of it, but I won't be able to because I have more filming that I have to do for you guys. So anyway, here we go. And you know what I like about this salad? As with other dishes that I make for Thanksgiving that I only make once a year, I do this once a year. So when I'm not eating it for a year, and then you get it again, this is so good. I feel like I could probably sit there and eat that whole bowl, which I wouldn't do, but anyway, it's very yummy. I hope you guys try it. It's delicious. And like I said, it breaks up the mundane of having, you know, the same thing all the time. So give it a try, and until next time, take care. Bye.